Welcome back to the STRIVECast.
Season 3, episode 16.
Yeah, 16. Welcome back, everybody, to the STRIVECast. Big, important, awesome, exciting episode today. But first, we will introduce ourselves. Noel, would you like to go first?
Oh, yes. My name is NPT.
Hey, NPT. How you doing?
Really decent over here.
Ooh, that's
Really decent.
Really decent. Moved on from really good. One step above, right?
PG-13.
Okay. Sounds good.
Full show.
But we are supposed to be rated G, though.
Right.
Yes.
Thank you,
Ryan. Take that back. Rated G.
Jeff, want to introduce yourself?
Jeff.
Good morning, Jeff. Great to see you. Sound and video engineer, want to introduce yourself?
Hi, I'm Ryan, the sound and video engineer.
Hi, Ryan. Thanks for being with us. Producer Susie, want to say hello?
Hello, people of Earth.
Hello, people of Earth. What is your name?
Susie, one and only,
One and only.
teacher. Yes,
That's right.
my favorite co-producer is Whitney.
There's Whitney.
Hello.
Hey, Wet. Thanks for being here, Whitney.
Of course.
Once a week, every week.
How you doing?
Traffic controller, want to check in?
Hello, I'm Pete. Thanks for tuning into the STRIVECast.
Hello, Pete. Thanks for also being here with us. And I'm Olivia, and everybody, welcome back. Noel, who is our very, very special guest today?
Kate Schneider.
Kate Snyder, the mayor of Portland, Maine. So we can't wait to chat with her and hear all about the important work she does as the mayor of our awesome city. And we're just honored that she's going to take some time to speak with us. You guys excited?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I am.
Yeah, Susie
Susie's ready and got her blazer on.
Girl, love it, Susie. You look great.
If there's a lot of traffic going on, where there's a lot of any detours or traffic jams or anything, Peter?
Good question for the mayor.
Yeah, good thing we're doing this virtually, so we don't have to worry about traffic.
Exactly.
Because he's the traffic person.
Oh, because Pete's the trap. Yeah. Good job.
He is a traffic producer.
That's his side.
Thank you.
When he's not working at Strive, he is a traffic controller.
Yeah.
Gotta go.
Yep. He can control traffic.
Looks more like a.
How about
Pete?
I do air traffic also.
B, have you seen Back to the Future?
I have.
How many have you seen?
I think I've probably seen them all at some point, but we just actually recently watched 1 and 2 again with the kids. So they've seen it for the first time.
Oh, AP, did you see what happened in Back to the Future Part 2?
Yes.
Yeah, you know about like George McFly, you know, and the
That's the dad, right?
Yeah, you know, he got medical or something by Biff Tannen, right?
Biff, yeah.
Always wanted Lorraine.
Always what?
Always wanted Lorraine.
He always wanted Lorraine.
Yeah, that's the mom.
Oh, gotcha.
Someday you'll be my wife. No.
Spoiler alert.
All right. Well, this is an interesting side here. Back to the Future Part 2.
Yeah, and he actually was one of the kids of Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. And the next door neighbor. The man who played Biff.
Really?
Yeah.
Did not know that.
You learn something new every day on the STRIVEcast, let me tell you.
He was the who got cut from the baseball team.
You heard it here first, folks. All right, well, we should probably get this show on the road, right, you guys?
Yep.
All right.
Say that to you
So
guys.
when we come back, we will interview our very own mayor, Kate Snyder. All right, well, let's get to our exciting interview with the mayor. And Jeff will be.
We'll be right back.
please welcome Mayor Snyder. Yay! Welcome to the show.
Yeah.
I believe.
I'm really happy to be here. Thank you all for inviting me, and I am ready for your questions.
Well, thanks for being here. Noel, you got the first one?
Oh, yes.
All right.
Welcome to the STRIVECast, Mayor Snyder. Can you tell us what the mayor does in Portland?
I better be able to, right? Although I am learning every single day. So I'll start by telling you that just like every other city councilor in the city of Portland, I have one vote. And so the most basic entry point to that question's answer is that I am one of 9 policymakers that are elected to the city council in the city of Portland. We all have one vote, and we are the group of people who get to develop policies or laws as they relate to the city of Portland. The mayor's position was actually, this particular position that I have was just created in 2010. So it's not a very old position in the city of Portland, where you get elected by the whole city for a 4-year term. And I, among other things, serve as the chairperson of the city council. And so I help to develop the agendas in consultation with our city manager. I make sure that the agendas that the city council is considering is the right stuff and that we're ready for it. I do some of the ceremonial stuff, like I get to talk to you guys. I might do a ribbon cutting. I might be interviewed by TV stations or the newspaper about any given issue. Just like any other city councilor, I have the opportunity to bring forward policy initiatives or ideas that I think are important for the council to be considering. And I also get a little bit of a front seat view of the budget development process, which is a really important body of work when you think about how a city runs and where we spend our money. Because just like anybody else, there's a limited amount of money and we have to decide what to do with it. And so I get to work with the city manager a little bit earlier than the rest of the city council in preparation of the both the city budget and the capital improvement plan budget, which is ways that we make investments in things like buildings and roads and sidewalks and street lights and stuff like that. And also different from the rest of the city council, I get to do this work full time. So I work, this is my job. And so it's what I focus on, and I get to work a lot with city staff, and I get to work a lot with my fellow councilors, and I get to engage with the community a lot. And lots of times I'm the point person for a given initiative. Like, for example, in a couple of weeks, we'll be having a meeting with all of the neighborhood organizations in Portland, of which there are probably 25 or 26. And so I chair that meeting. And so I make sure that I'm ready for it, that I've communicated with people ahead of time. And because those things oftentimes happen during the daytime, I'm there, whereas other city councilors may not be there because they're working another job. I could go on and on, but that's the high level stuff.
Yeah. Pretty cool, right, guys? It's really important job. Yeah. All right. I believe Jeff has your next question. So Jeff, you are up. Looking very pensive.
What is your favorite part of being mayor?
Well, honestly, it's this kind of stuff. It's being able to talk with folks like you who are interested in how government works, and you're curious and you have ideas and you have questions. And that's the most fun part, honestly, is talking with people who, might have questions, might have ideas, are thinking about stuff. I got to go to a ribbon cutting ceremony last week where we were celebrating a new 51 unit apartment building that is available now in West Bayside. And 6 of the 51 apartments are going to be made available to people who are transitioning away from homelessness and into permanent housing. And so it's that kind of stuff that's the most fun. I like lots of parts of the job. I really love the challenges and I love working with the council and the staff. But I would say the most fun is this type of thing where I get to meet new people, hear what you're thinking, share a little bit about the work, and just make a connection.
Awesome. So cool. Well, that segue, you talking about enjoying the challenges, segues well into our next question. So Noel, you are up.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What has been the biggest challenge so far in your job?
Thought
COVID.
that would be the answer.
I mean, the truth is that I got elected and inaugurated last winter. So I was sworn in December. And I really very intentionally thought for the first 3 to 6 months, I'm going to do a lot of listening, a lot of learning, a lot of like getting my legs under me. And only 3 months into the job, COVID took over our lives. And ever since then, and it's, of course, it's the virus and it's people getting sick and people needing to protect themselves from getting sick, but it's all of the implications of COVID that have been so challenging too. So businesses struggling because people aren't eating out as much, they're not shopping as much, people losing their jobs because businesses don't have the same kind of people eating out and shopping. So a lot of concerns about how to help the local business community navigate resources that do become available. Also just individuals, people who now need to go on unemployment insurance, or, you know, they're fearful of losing their housing because they're not making money or making the same money that they made before. In the spring last year, we were very challenged by so many things that we didn't know with regard to the virus. And then the summertime hit. And one of the things that we saw in Portland was a big homeless encampment in the front of City Hall. And only part of the reason, but it's worth noting, is that we have a homeless shelter in Portland that used to be able to sleep 154 people a night. But when you're in the time of COVID, you can't have people sleeping right next to each other. You have to give everybody some space. And so the number of shelter beds was decreased. And even though the state and the city and partner organizations really pulled together, it was really a crisis. And in addition to that, we had a lot of protests in the city. We had people protesting very, very bad behavior by police, not here in Portland, but elsewhere. And so there were these things, I think, have been, they are separate from COVID, but they are related because we are in this environment where people are, you know, they're watching the news all the time. They're learning about what's happening. They're upset about how things are going. So it has honestly been a very, very challenging experience for me. This is not at all business as usual. And one of the opportunities in there is that we all get to work together to try to make our way through hard days where there's no roadmap. On the other hand, there's no roadmap. And so sometimes we make mistakes, and sometimes we're faced with challenges that really nobody quite knows how to approach right away.
Yeah. Well, thank you for all the work.
I do have an extended question.
Go ahead, Noel. Yeah.
Back when it was more warm in the summertime, before, didn't that, hey Peter, remember that place I graduated at from STRIVECast?
At USM?
Yeah, that used to be a homeless shelter.
Yes.
But now it's not anymore.
Your question was the USM gym, was it being used as a homeless shelter?
Not the gym, but the big bridge. Yeah.
Yeah, on the Portland campus. Yep.
Yeah, that's true. So that was actually a great response to what was happening, and the need that happened is that USM, along with Preble Street and the state of Maine and the city of Portland, all quickly got together and created a temporary homeless shelter for people where they could have more space and have the beds farther apart. And that's actually right in my neighborhood. I live just a couple of blocks away from there. So I was really familiar with that and walked past it a whole lot. And yeah, Noel, that's a good point. That was a creative response to a need that developed because we had to decrease the number of shelter beds that we had available.
Good point, Noel. Nicely done.
Yeah.
Jeff, you got your next one?
Yeah, Jeff, you're up.
What are your goals for your time in office?
Well, I give a lot of thought to this question. It's a really good question. Like I said, shortly after being sworn in, the world around us all changed. And so I have found myself very much in a reactive mode. And so as a policymaker, I've put my own agenda aside a little bit to deal with declining revenues, which means very different budgets. As you all know, the impacts to the school district in the city of Portland have been significant. And so not only does that mean kids aren't at their school buildings like they used to be, but parents are home with those kids trying to both do their jobs and help educate the kids at home. There are so many challenges right now in terms of day-to-day management that part of my goal is to keep a calm head and to help us try to get through situations together in a way that we can emerge strong together. And so what I've been thinking about a lot lately is how do we keep Portland a place where people want to live, all kinds of people. So young people who are just starting out, families, elderly people, single people, married people, the whole gamut. And so I do think about kind of the days ahead of us where we get back to some kind of normal where the virus isn't preventing us from being with one another the way that it is now. And I think about, do we have excellent schools in Portland? Do we have a thriving economy where people can get a job and find a place to live? So that means, are we building housing and are we supporting the development of housing at all different levels of rent or price tag? Do we have a city where people want to be and want to live? Do we have great parks? Can you ride your bike safely in Portland? Can you walk around and feel like, the sidewalks are clear from snow and the crosswalk lights work and all of those things that keep Portland a great place to live? I know that a lot of people love Portland because it's a small city. And so you can quickly get around and you can do everything from have a great meal to go to a restaurant, to going to a play or a movie, go to work, go home, whatever it is, all of these things and so I think we got to keep our eye on what keeps Portland strong. And for me, strength is appeal for a lot of different people. And so I don't want to lose families that move to Portland and want to send their kids to public schools here. I want them to continue to choose Portland. And so again, got to have strong schools, but part of growing up in a place and feeling good about it is like, do you have great playgrounds for kids? And can they ride their bikes to school or walk to school safely? All those things that we think about when we think about a great place to live. And then the more boring stuff that I think about, but not everybody thinks about all the time, which is like, are property taxes affordable? And what does our budget do in terms of prioritizing the things that are important to people who live here? Because a lot of your budget gets eaten up by, paying employees to do things like plow snow. And we don't think about that stuff, but it is quite important to make sure that people can walk and, drive safely. So long question there, but in the moment, there's plenty that's keeping us busy.
Absolutely. Well, again, just thank you for all that you do and are planning and thinking of for, our community now and in the future too. Mm-hmm. So important. Noel, back over to you.
Okay. My third one.
Mm-hmm.
How that COVID-19 impact your war?
Yeah. Sounds like a lot.
Yeah, I think I probably covered that for you guys. It affects everything right now.
All encompassing.
Everything. And so sometimes I don't want to forget to think about how important it is, to keep distancing yourself from other people, keep wearing your masks as much as possible, washing your hands, all of those things to protect ourselves from getting the virus. That should be front and center all the time. Sometimes I can't help but think about the impacts to businesses or the impacts to schools or, the long-term consequences or what's happening with the immunizations right now. But the thing that we can all do is continue to be vigilant about trying not to get sick.
Well said. And then Jeff, back to you for the last regular question.
What is the one thing you would like everyone to know about local government?
Well, I think that it's important to remember that people who work for the city of Portland and people who run for an office, whether it's the school board or the city council, I genuinely believe that everybody who does this work really, really does care about the city of Portland and about people and about good outcomes. And even though we may disagree about things, and we do, I want people to know that their local government, these are people who live in the same town that you live in, right? They're the people who send the kids to school with all the other kids in Portland. Like, we are just neighbors here in Portland who happen to have raised our hand for public service. And so we want the best, and we're always learning. If we don't do something right the first time, I will say, at least, I can speak for myself and everybody that I've ever worked with here, whether on the school board or on the city council, people do really try to do their best and to learn from mistakes. And not everybody's going to be happy with every outcome. That's just the nature of the beast. But in terms of local government, I think people really do try to be very responsive and very thoughtful about the kinds of decisions that are being made in the town that we live in.
Absolutely. All right. Well, I believe that those were all of our regular questions for you, Mayor Snyder. So now, Jeff and Noel, what is it time for? Time for the
lightning round.
I love a lightning round.
Awesome. So Jeff usually kicks off the lightning round. So Jeff, would you like to go first?
Yes.
All right. What's your first lightning round question?
Jeff is very serious today.
Very serious.
What is your favorite ocean view?
Favorite ocean view?
Oh,
tough one.
Well, that's a good one. I grew up coming to Maine. I grew up in Ohio for a lot of my childhood, and we drove to Maine every summer, and we stayed at a little beach down in the town of Wells, Maine, on a little beach called Drake's Island. And I gotta say, I'm gonna go with that's my favorite ocean view, is to walk out onto that beach and see that big expanse of Atlantic Ocean that you do not get in Ohio.
Awesome. That's a great choice. Noel, over to you. Lightning round question.
Okay. If you were a movie star, what movie do you like to be in?
Ooh.
Oh, it would definitely be a romantic comedy. And I don't know who the guy would be, but but it would be some kind of movie set in Paris. Ooh. That would be both funny and romantic and with really great music. That's all I got.
Yeah. Great choice. Nice. Jeff, back over to you.
Okay.
It's so serious.
How much do you like Paris?
How much do you like Paris?
How did you know? I guess I just gave it away. I like it a lot. And I haven't been there in a while, but I did get to study over there when I was a junior in college. I think that's a pretty great city, and I would like to go back someday.
Great question, Jeff. Very personal.
Have you ever been in the Eiffel Tower?
Yes, I have. Yep. Yep. Climbed those stairs. Mm-hmm.
Must have been a hike.
Lightning round question, Noel?
Oh, that was my extra question.
Extra question. All right. Go ahead.
That was your off the cuff question.
So, what kind of book do you like to read?
Ooh.
Oh, I love historical fiction. And right now I'm reading a book by Stephen King. It's my very first Stephen King book.
Wow.
And it's called, Haley, what is it, 11/22/63? Okay, it's called 11/22/63. And it's about, I'm not a big sci-fi person, but it's kind of about time travel. And it takes place in the state of Maine. And the historical context piece is the Kennedy assassination. So I'm only about 100 pages in, but I love it so far. And anything where I'm getting a glimpse into history and I'm getting a bit of a story, I really love.
Yeah, nice. Great genre choice.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Jeff.
The last one.
Yeah. Ryan, would you like to ask the final one?
Tell us your best joke.
Oh, shoot. Oh my God, my daughter just yelled from the other room, "You're terrible at jokes." It's true. I don't remember them at all. You guys, I am going to let you down. I don't think I have a single joke off the top of my head.
These guys are chock full of them. So Jeff or Noel, you want to come through with
I was going to say, save me, please. Somebody tell a joke.
All right.
I-
All right, let's see. Let's
Go
hear
for
it.
it, Noel.
Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Money.
Funny.
Who? Money.
Money.
Oh.
Money I forgot to grow on trees to the government.
Oh my God.
Really wish money grew on trees. No.
For the government. That was actually pretty
Yeah.
good, Noel. Yeah.
Yeah, thanks for thinking of the government. I appreciate that. Yeah. I was thinking the lightning round might be like, what's your favorite ice cream, or
It usually
do
is.
you have any pets or anything like that? Do you want to see my big cat?
Yeah, let's see.
Yes.
Oh,
wow.
so cute.
Speaking of cats, I have a cat
Light-
too.
The lightning round was much deeper than I expected. So thank you for that.
You never know what you're really going to get in the lightning round.
It's really changed shape over time. So usually it's been what's your favorite ice cream?
Sometimes it's not as much lightning.
What's your favorite restaurant?
Oh, all right. Sorry. One more.
Extra.
Jeff, that's such a good question. I have more than one, but my mind immediately goes to Eventide. I think that is the best lobster roll in town. It's a little expensive, and my husband doesn't really like it because he needs 2 or 3 because they're quite small.
Yeah, they're pretty small.
But if it's my birthday or something, I'd like to go there. Or I love Boda, that Thai food restaurant. But I'm also happy we have a Thai food restaurant 2 blocks up called Vientiane, and it's on Brighton Avenue at the corner of Noyes. And we've lived in our house here for 23 years, and we've been going to that same takeout place for all 23 of them. And I just love that. It's not expensive. It's good. It's close by. I mean, I eat everything, so
Yeah, you can't beat that.
I can be happy. Yeah.
Awesome. Well, Mayor Snyder, those were all our questions for you. Thank you so much for coming on our show. We really appreciate it. So
All right. Best part of my day. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you. We'll talk to you soon.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Wear your masks.
Yes, we will.
I will.
Okay. Thanks.
All right, Jeff, we'll be.
We'll be right back.
STRIVECast is brought to you by...
Your ad is right here.
Your ad here.
Right here. That's right, Jeff. And your ad can be right here as well. We mentioned this last time. We're running a January special. We've had great sponsors on the show thus far. Shout out to Block Brothers Custom Cabinets and Nami Maine, just to name a couple that are off the top of my head. But if you'd like to join our partnership list, we're running a special right now. And Jeff, how much should we charge somebody to advertise for one episode? What should we give them for a deal? How much?
I say it'll be $10.
$10. That's amazing. $10 special. Get in touch with us now. You can sponsor one episode or a year's worth of episodes for $10 per episode. Lots of involvement for your brand. So shoot us an email at strivecast@pslstrive.org. We'd love to make a plan for your business or your brand.
That's right.
Jeff, how much again?
$10.
$10. You got it.
$10.
$10. All right. Jeff, we'll be.
We'll be right back.
All right, we're back, and it's time for
Susie's cute.
Susie's cues. Want to hit your theme song, Suze?
Of course, girl.
Go for it.
Susie's cute. Susie's cute. I mean, like, Susie's cute. And I want to Susie today because we are uniforming the Schneider.
That's right.
Portland. Good. What? Oh, yeah.
Damn what? Oh, yeah. Susie, who are the cues about today?
Today, I got them right here, girl.
Joe Biden, true or false? All right, don't
Yeah.
steal those questions. Pete, are you going to help facilitate?
I
the
sure
game?
am. And before
right.
we get started, we've got the leaderboard, which
He always picks the best games.
Yeah.
No.
Susie does all the games. I just help.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
I kind of ride shotgun on this, but here's the scoreboard, which Ryan has. If you're watching this on any of our social media channels, you can see the scoreboard that Ryan has developed. Looks just like a real game show. Susie's Cues is getting big league here. But if you're listening on any of our other platforms, we have with 4 points. No, sorry. With 3 points, we have Ryan. Coming up next with 4 points, we have a tie. It's Whit and Noel. Noel coming off a big 4-point week. And Susie, the next step up with 5 points. And tied for first place with 7 points is Olivia and Mr. Jeff, who has held the top spot 2 weeks in a row.
Yes.
All right. So let's see who will be in the top spot at the end of today. And we have 5 questions.
All right, Susie, you ready to read us number 1?
Yep.
All right, get it.
Tomorrow, Joe Biden will be sworn in as the 46th president of the United States. Is that true? I think it is.
All right.
All right.
Susie's asked and answered the question. So I guess we're going to start with the ladies. And it says, tomorrow, Joe Biden's going to be sworn in as the 46th president of the United States. Is that true or false? We're starting with the ladies. Susie has said true. Whit.
Yep.
I believe that is true as well.
Okay. Olivia.
Gotta agree, that's gonna be true.
All right. Jeff.
True, Pete. Locked
Correct.
in. Completely.
Me too.
Okay.
True, me
Noel's in
three.
it true. Ryan's in it true. Everybody's in it true, and that is correct, which I just blew that and said it about halfway through. So my bad if you didn't catch that, but that is true. And who will be the vice president?
Me.
That is
Oh, Camellia
That's
Harris.
could be me because I know it.
Oh, Camellia Harris, I think,
There you
vice
go.
president.
Yeah, that's
Kamala Harris, that's right.
the female.
That is correct.
First female vice president, I
That
believe.
is correct. Okay, so point for everybody there. All right,
Okay.
Susie, let's keep it rolling.
I love Big Bird.
Bird is not going to be in office.
Okay. So Brian was too young to serve as a senator when he won his seat in 1922. I think it's balls on that one.
Okay, Susie thinks
Okay,
it's false.
Susie, let's let the guys go first on this one. Did everybody hear the question?
Could you
I think
repeat
I
it?
need it repeated,
Okay.
please.
No, question number 2 is Joe Biden was too young to serve as a senator when he won his seat in 1972. Is that correct? True or false? And we're going to start with the guys. Let's start with Noel.
On that one
Noel
completely.
saying false. Ryan, do you have an answer?
False.
Okay. Jeff, true or false?
True.
Okay.
Locked in.
Jeff's in it true. The other gentlemen are in it false. Let's go with Susie.
True.
Susie's at true. Whitney.
False.
Olivia.
I'm gonna say true.
Okay, so we've got Jeff and Liv at true and Susie, and everybody else is false. Is that correct? Okay, this one is actually true.
Mm.
Oh,
He turned 30
You got
on
that
November
correct,
20th.
Liz.
He turned 30 on November 20th, right before he was sworn in. on January 3rd, 1973. And at 78 years old tomorrow, he will be the oldest president ever inaugurated.
Wow.
All right, so let me update my little top board before it gets onto the official top board. That's a point for Olivia, that's a point from Jeff, and that's a point for Susie.
All right.
Okay, question 3, Suze.
Well, that was a tough one.
That was a tough one.
Question 3.
And Susie, let's let the guys answer this one, okay?
Alright. The Bunting wide has
Number 3.
Joe Biden has a stutter.
Joe Biden has a stutter. Is that true or false? And we're going to start with Ryan on this one.
I would go with true.
Okay, Ryan's in it true. Jeff?
I'm gonna go for true as well.
Okay, Noel.
True.
Okay, so the gentlemen are in it true. All right, let's start the opposite way this time. Olivia?
True.
Okay, Whitney?
True.
Susie?
True.
Okay, so trues all around, and yes, that is true. Points for everyone. Joe Biden has struggled with stuttering for most of his life. He says he has worked to make it better by reciting poetry in front of a mirror. True, and points for everyone.
Good job, guys. All right, Suze.
So Biden rides the train home so he could eat dinner with his son every night while he serves in a senator. Is that true or false?
Okay, so true or false that Joe Biden rode the train home so he could eat dinner with his sons every night while he served as senator? Is that true or false? And we'll start with the ladies. And Susie, would you like to lead off on this one?
True.
Okay, Susie
All
is
right.
emphatically with true. Olivia?
True.
Whitney?
True.
Ladies are all in it true. Jeff, is that true or false that he rode the train home every night?
I think it's going to be true as well.
Okay, and Ryan?
True.
Me
And
too.
Noel, everybody's in it true, and that is very good because that is indeed true. Sadly, his wife and daughter had been killed in a car accident. So
Yes.
he decided it was very important to see his sons every day. Biden commuted by train between his Delaware home and his Washington, D.C. location, 90 minutes each way, throughout his 36 years in the Senate. That is indeed true. And now we'll move on to question 5, as I give everybody a point for that.
All right, Suze, go ahead.
Number 5.
5? How about this? Oh.
Question 5, here we go.
The Biden favorite sandwich, it's called the
Frankie.
Frankie.
This is a tough one. Is it true or false that Joe Biden's favorite sandwich is called the Frankie? And we'll start with the guys. And Noel?
I think it's F.
F. Okay, Noel's in it false. Ryan?
False.
False. Okay, Jeff?
True.
True, the Frankie is it? Okay, Olivia?
I don't know. True?
Okay, Whit?
I'll go with false.
Okay, and Susie?
False with Whit.
Okay, so everybody's at false except for our 2 leaders, Jeff and Olivia. And everybody gained some ground on Olivia and Jeff because that one is actually false. His favorite sandwich is not called the Frankie. I'll give anybody 5 bonus points. It's not called the Frankie. I'll give somebody 5 bonus points right now if they can name what it is called without looking.
What it is? I'm looking for it.
What is
called,
it?
Like hot dogs?
It's essentially similar to what we would call like a Thanksgiving sub. It's made with turkey, cranberry sauce, stuffing on an Italian roll and made famous by a sandwich shop called Caparetti's, I believe, in Wilmington, Delaware. But what is it called? It's not the Frankie.
The Thanksgiving sandwich piece.
It's not the gobbler. It is not the Thanksgiving sandwich, but that is a good guess. That's, I believe, what they call it at D'Angelo's.
Mm-hmm.
Anybody?
Is it a different state?
It's in Delaware.
Oh,
What?
4 points now because time is expiring, but it is called the somebody's name even.
the Delaware.
The
Restaurant?
Delaware sandwich.
Nope. All right.
Joey.
Anybody? Last guess.
The Biden sandwich.
No, but that's a good guess. His favorite sandwich is called the Bobby.
Oh, the Bob.
Barbie.
Of course.
Oh, like
And
Bob. Like
Susie
Bob's
suggests
eye.
maybe they'll change it to the Joey.
The Joey.
now that he-
Like Joey. Yeah.
And maybe Joe's will have it.
Yeah.
Ah,
maybe.
good one, Ryan.
All right, so that's a point for Noel, a point for Ryan, a point for Whit, and a point for Suze. All right. So that's the end of today's round, and we've still got in first place, but it's tightening. Jeff and Olivia are tied with 11. In second place, we have Susie with 10. Then we have Whitney with 9, Noel with 8, and Ryan with 7.
All right.
Getting tight at the top here
right.
after 3 weeks of Susie's cues with an official, nicely done scoreboard by Ryan.
Mhm.
So, all right, Susie,
right.
outro?
Yeah.
Yes. Yes. Susie's cute. Susie's cute. We are on top. Oh yeah. But we are the best at this game.
I know.
What?
Bam, what? And Jeff.
Lower hole.
We'll be right back.
Yeah. All right, we're back, and it's time for
Right segment.
your segment. What's it called?
Ask me.
Ask Jeff. Pete, who wrote to Jeff today?
Today we have an email from Mark in Wyndham.
Ooh, I think a repeat writer. Very
I don't know. Like I've lost track. We've had
Yeah, got so many.
But Mark writes, and you can write too. Send us an email. Send Jeff an email at strivecast@pslstrive.org, and we'll read the very best ones right here on the show. Mark writes to you, and he says, "Dear Jeff, if you could only watch one movie for the rest of your life, what movie would it be?"
Welcome to the Jeff Show.
I don't know that.
Never
movie.
heard of that movie.
Documentary about your life.
I thought this was kind of fitting since we talked a little bit about Back to the
Back
Future
to the
Part
Future.
2. But you can only watch one movie that is existing right now. I think we did that for a question a while back, as if we were going to do the movie of your life. Who
Right.
would be in it and
Well, I say
The waiting.
my life in the future. I know mine hasn't been written yet, but
right. But if you had to watch an existing movie that's already out there, and you could only watch one movie for the rest of your life, what would it be? Keeping in mind that Ryan has already said the show is G-rated.
Right.
it's going to be G-rated, and
The movie doesn't have to be G-rated, but the show.
No, it's me.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Anybody else? Jeff, I mean, that's a great answer. You'd watch a movie about you that has not been produced yet. Or to an interesting question. How about Susie? How about you?
Well, when I was being picked as a movie, I would be in it. My one High School Musical.
Ooh, High School Musical.
There you go.
And
Gabrielle.
who will be in
What's
it
Gabrielle?
is me, you, Pete,
Ooh,
Whit.
I don't think I could be in a musical or in high school.
and meant was Whit and Liv and Noel and Ryan
Wow.
to be nominated.
If we ever do a play, maybe we could do High School Musical.
Yeah.
How about Noel? How about you?
Yeah.
Okay.
If you could only watch one
Movie.
movie for the rest of your life, what would it be?
It will be A Star Is Born.
Oh, with Lady Gaga?
Yeah.
Bradley
But-
Kind of a sad movie to pick.
Yeah.
Oh, I can pick yeah, Footloose.
It's okay. It's two very different.
News.
All right, Ryan, how about you?
Not sure it'd be hard to decide, but I watched one movie first in my life.
I'd pick like Tron or something for you, something with computer.
I would go with.
While he thinks about it, let's go to Liv.
I would pick Legally Blonde.
Okay.
Oh.
Why?
Noel, do you have a comment on that?
Oh, but we don't know what person is she gonna be in.
Well, you don't have to be in it. You just have to watch it.
Yeah, that's the movie I want to watch.
All right. Whit.
I would pick watching a movie, Grown Ups.
Okay.
Oh.
I would watch that.
What one movie does Whitney like to be in?
Question.
Well, being in it, I thought watching it.
It is.
I think I would watch some sort of musical so I could sing along. And I really like Grease.
Yeah.
Oh, fun one with it.
Popular Strive Night choice.
I remember
I'll be like John Travolta.
You're going to be John Travolta.
Lightning.
You can watch Grease for the rest of your life, but it has to be the version with Jeff as John Travolta.
Yeah, and Grease Lightning Pete.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now he lost all his hair.
He's
Jeff?
lost.
He lost all his hair?
I can see something.
What?
Okay.
Today.
Go for it.
Well, I like Grease also because Grease is my favorite musical.
Not High School Musical?
Thing.
All right.
Yeah.
You know, probably like a Christmas movie would be a good one to choose too, because
Yeah.
then you just feel happy and
Oh, I know which one. What Christmas movie?
What?
The one with Tim Allen in it. The Santa Claus.
Santa Claus, yeah.
Wow, we've covered a lot of ground and a lot of movies here
We
today.
sure have.
Thank you very much to Mark and Wyndham. We will send you your T-shirt for having your question read on the air.
What would you watch, Pete?
Yeah.
I would go with something like Major League, Hoosier,
Oh.
or Rudy. I guess something like that.
What
Miracle.
about Rookie of
Sports.
the
It
Year?
would have to do with sports. I'll go Miracle, I guess.
Yeah, Miracle.
I've waffled 4 times there in 12 seconds.
And I'll go for the Christmas train movie.
Christmas Train. All right.
Fred?
I'm really into it now. So,
Yeah, when that kid goes on the train and he goes to visit Santa.
yeah.
All right. Well, Jeff will be.
We'll be right back.
Once upon an old tree had a nice cutty. When you get to be a flower, you will be a lamb. Once upon a day it came to be a muskrat. A muskrat, a calendar, and a wish upon a star.
Was that the poem or your
Is that
theme
the
song?
poem? Or yeah.
Yeah.
theme song.
That's the whole poem.
Oh.
That's the poem.
Yeah.
Snaps for that, first of all. Amazing. Care to talk about what that means, Noel?
Yeah. Once upon a star, when you wish, but you don't say anything.
Uh-huh.
I'm interested in the muskrat.
Muskrat, calendar piece is intriguing to me.
It's part of a love song, a muskrat.
Muskrat Love.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Muskrat.
Oh, you got Whitney good. Okay. Well, anything else you want to say, Noel, about Muskrat Love?
Yeah.
Oh, what?
We muskrat love and September love.
What's the difference?
Oh, come on.
It's the name of a high school and family members.
Of course.
Muskrat Love is the name of a high school?
No, Muskrat is
Oh.
the
Mascot?
Mascot.
yes. Yeah.
Say that 3 times fast. Muskrat, mascot.
Well, I really enjoyed this segment today. I guess Jeff will be.
We'll be right back.
STRIVECast is brought to you by
Listeners like you.
Listeners like who, Susie?
My cousin Coco.
Coco Hilton is our listener of the week. Shout out to Coco. Thanks for listening, Coco.
Love you, Coco.
We really appreciate it.
It's also a nice drink too when you have really cold outside. You have cocoa.
That's
Nice cold
right.
day like today.
That's right. All right, Jeff will be.
We'll be right back.
All right, we're back and it's time to wrap it up.
And wrap it up. Wrap it up.
Oh yes.
Wrap it up.
And Noel showing off his STRIVECast
Wrap it up.
long
Oh, look at that.
Oh,
Wrap it up.
STRIVECast shirts are so comfortable you could run in them or jog in them.
run in place with them. All right. Well, thanks, Jeff, Noel, Susie, everybody, for wrapping it up. I'm not sure what Noel's up to now, but we just want to wrap up the show and say a very big thank you to Mayor Kate Snyder for coming on the STRIVEcast. That was a great interview, and we are just very honored she shared her time with us. So thanks so much to our very own mayor.
Yeah. God bless the Mayor of the United States and God bless America.
That's also accurate, Noel. Thank you.
So much.
Yep.
Okay.
Noel, Pete, anything you want to share before we wrap up?
Well, just share that our StriveU program applications are due on February 1st. So if you're interested in that, you can visit pslstrive.org/StriveU to find out more and to request an application. We also have a new Strive Worldwide course coming up, as well as lots of other things, including more information on a vacation camp in February. So check out our website. You can join our email list there or follow us on social media.
That's right. Lots of exciting things.
When do they do the interviews, Peter?
That's coming right up in February and March.
That's right. All right.
If he, I'll forget about the other scholarship for.
Great. Yes, Jeff serves as an alumni on one of our scholarship committees. We'll be doing that coming up as well.
That's right. All right. Well, thanks everybody for listening to the STRIVEcast yet again this week, and we'll see you next Tuesday. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.